Up next on the Buccaneers Coaches Show, Coach Fore talks about last week's matchups with ACU, SAGU, and Dixie State, and previews their final matchup before winter break with Bethesda.
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the Buccaneers Coaches Show. We're going outside today. We're moving sets, so we thought we'd take advantage of that nice Arizona weather. And with me again today is head women's basketball coach Jeff Fore. How are you today, Coach?
Doing great. I think probably all the people in the north and back east would love to be outside. So, take advantage. It is cold to us, but you know what? It's nice. The sun's out, so it's good.
Good, yeah. So, since the last time we've talked to you, you guys have taken off almost a month, unexpectedly, about a month. Then, since then, just in the 2 weeks or so, you've had an exhibition against New Mexico State, and then 3 games in about 2 weeks. How's everyone feeling? Just jet lag almost?
I think it's just glad to get back. But yeah, that's what I looked at last week. I go, gosh, we got 3 games this week. What are the chances of us playing all 3 games? I mean, obviously knowing with the numbers rising and everything, but it's tough. I mean, we did. We started and we had to stop, and then we got going. We played 1 game, and then we get shut down again. So, we haven't been able to build a consistency I think that we'd like to. But I think we're finally kind of getting a little bit of a rhythm, and we got 1 this week, so that'll be interesting. But I think for the most part we're good. We feel pretty good. Our kids feel pretty good. We're getting healthy, so I think we're in a good place.
Yeah, and I know that Arizona Christian felt a little rusty. Got off to a slow start. Couldn't quite pick back up. So what's it been like just navigating those unexpected pauses and just trying to get back into the swing of things like that?
I think it is. I mean, as we talk about basketball, a game of runs. It's a game of rhythm. It's some consistency. We haven't had a lot of games, and we have enough returners, but we've also got a good mix of new players that have come in, and just building those relationships, especially on the court. I think off the court's been great, but when you take that time off and still you're learning how each other plays, I think it's difficult to navigate it. And I think you obviously can see that against Arizona Christian. Don't want to make any excuses. We get another shot at them later on, but being down 2 starters essentially, and just coming out of being off for almost a month, I think it was tough. So we didn't play that well, but we did see a few good things in that game, and I think we definitely built on that game and kind of what happened the other day when we played at Dixie.
Yeah, you said you built on that. You came back just a couple days later, knocked off SAGU, and really when you look at the box score, didn't really look like anybody stood out. It was just kind of a really well-rounded team game. So what did that performance you say about the depth of your team? Because really, if anyone did stand out to, I think, you and me, it was Jenny Todd off the bench.
Yeah.
It was a spark plug. So what does it say about the depth of your team?
Well, I think it says a lot. I mean, if you look at the minutes, we try to distribute as much as we can. I mean, obviously going into that game, we obviously know from a talent perspective we were better than SAGU, and so I wanted to get everybody some minutes, get everybody some floor time, and kind of get in the rhythm. And I think we had a lot of our kids play between 10 and 13 minutes, but I think that just shows you that outside of our traditional, what you say, top 5 or 6 kids, I think we've got some depth. I think we got, even though some young kids that are still growing into their role and understanding what it is to be a college basketball player, I think it does say a lot about what our team looks like, and I think what it's really going to look like moving forward, especially the idea with the NAI, nobody losing their year of eligibility. So essentially all of our sophomores are going to be sophomores again, all our freshmen are going to be freshmen again. So I think it's a huge positive to see the outcome of that game and as many kids play as did, and get a contribution like Jenny off the bench.
Yeah, and I know one player in particular that knocked the rust off in that game was Destiny. She came into that game, and she had 9 turnovers in that game. Yeah. And then after that, she kind of cleaned up, and actually she had 2 really good games.
She did.
So what did you liked out of her, and just how she was able to knock that rust off after such a long time?
Yeah, I think it's just get back in a flow. Get back in a flow as your ball control person on the court, and obviously the second half, and then we had the game the other night. She had no turnovers.
Yeah, and I know Destiny's kind of gotten her numbers down, but as a team, it's still been a little bit of an Achilles heel.
No, it has.
So what have you guys been trying to do just to shore that up as we go forward?
Yeah, I think it's just being strong with the ball. I mean, I think that's the thing is and that's some of the adjustments that you have going from the pass you could make in high school doesn't work at this level, and so I think we're still getting there. I think confidence has a lot to do with it. Not playing many games, taking a month off, I think is obviously hurts you. So it's a confidence factor. It's understanding that there's plays that we can make, and just learning and understanding. We've had just some simple backdoor plays where we've just made passes that we shouldn't be making. So I think again it's just kind of getting used to everybody and everybody getting a little bit of a flow. And I think our turnovers, you'll see those start to drop.
Yeah, and last game just on Saturday, you just came back from Utah, Dixie State, but very well established D1 school. You did take the L, but first quarter, you guys came out with the lead. You're coming out strong, right into the half. So there had to be something you liked if you were playing a D1 team that close for that long. So what can you take from that game to hopefully stretch that first half into a whole game the next time?
So I just think you see that rhythm, you see that flow. I thought we really played together as a unit. I thought we really had really good energy. I think we really did some things well. We shot the ball well. Offensively, we were pretty good. And, you always try to look back at a game like that when you've got, an NAI. Yet when you look across the board, they're so much better. I think if you watch that first half even, you were down by 10, we competed. I mean, it wasn't one of those things where, hey, here's one Division I team playing really bad, and here's an NAI team playing out of their mind. We really competed. So I think that really, in a sense, gave us an understanding of, I think, really how good we can be. Real positives, the energy, the flow, offensively. We had some players that played much better. We're still trying to get, Lease back. We're still trying to get